Hi guys, and welcome back to LPB Racing for the Random Grid Replica Championship on Project Cars 2. We are ready for a start here for race 3 of round 1 of this championship at Silverstone GP. Now it is raining and it's the random grid, so we've got Spapper on pole from Stevie as we get ready for lights out. Away we go, good start by most people there. Oh, contact in the middle, accident at the back. Cars everywhere, cars flying absolutely everywhere, but everyone else turns to the first corner. Blakeney ahead of Steve Paramore fan, and then into the complex. We've got TY there trying to battle his way through. TY's coming through with where Blakeney is there, and we've got Neil Farmack a bit further back with Arzadar Blade and Keith and etc. And Keith up the inside of Neil there, and he's going to get Footman as well. What a move by Keith, 2 cars in one go. And then Blakeney, TY and everyone else running really wide out of the complex, down towards Luffield and Brooklands, through Brooklands first, and then oh, Blakeney, everyone, Constantina's up, bang, bang, bang. Then we've got another car off there as well. Blakeney's off, Neil Farmack got contact as well, everything's all barge. Everyone wanting every little single bit of track. As we look at Footman and Keith there, side by side almost, and further back, Neil gets passed by Bidzster. He's made his way up from the back as well, because Bidzster's had some terrible grid positions this time. And then there's Blakeney coming through, and then everyone else from the back rejoining as well. As we look at Keith in third place when the camera wakes up and gets to him. Keith with Footman just behind him. Footman pressurising him through this section here. Not finding a way through. Meanwhile, Blakeney's trying to get round Neil Farmack, but no way around there. There's Growly Bear there with Stevie behind him, and Steve Paramore fan runs a bit wide there. That could compromise him on the straight. As we come down towards the next corner at Stowe, Footman comes down to the inside of Keith into Stowe corner. Footman gets the place. Nice clean manoeuvre there on Keith. Keith will try and stay with him if he can. Bidzster is attacking Arzadar Blade, or he's trying to keep Neil back, one of the two, as we go into the club chicane. So into club, and then out of club, through the little kink onto the start finish line. That's one lap, so we'll get those replays of the first lap action in now. Okay, here's a replay of the start on board with Bidzster, so what's going to happen quite quick. Watch the car in front of his dart to the right, a little bit of a squirm, darts to the right, hits Callum, and then spins him round and puts him back around, and then ends up flipping off himself for some reason, and then other cars fall as well. Now let's take a look what happened a bit further in front. So we're looking at Stevie now. Watch, Footman goes slow, Arzadar hits him, and then we hit the car in front of us, Keith, and then that just spins us round as well. So that's how Stevie ended up at the back also. And the last view on that start from Growly Bear. Watch the cars in front of us. So Stacker gets too much wheel spin and just spins round himself. Bradders hits Callum off, and then Stevie spins off after hitting Arzadar, and Bradders for some reason just ends up warping to the left. So that's the start from Growly Bear's point of view. Okay, here's a look from Arzadar Blade, then as we come down towards Brooklands on the first lap. So watch everyone Constantina up, everyone wanting more positions, but clean so far. Steve Paramore fan goes off to the right of the screen, everyone Constantina's up here. Then watch, Neil gets hit on the inside a little bit by, I don't know who that was that Blakeney, I think it was, and then Arzadar goes, thank you very much, and takes those places. As we come back from that, we're looking at Blakeney. Let's have a look at a bit further up. Arzadar Blade, who's that? Bidzster running wide. Bidzster runs very wide there. Neil Farmack will close right up to the back of him, but no way through. Bidzster, what? Just about gets the car stopped before running into the back of Keith. So close stuff here in this mid-pack, as Neil tries to get a good run out. Meanwhile, Spapper 3000 in the lead of the race. So the Italian guy, Spapper 3000 in the lead of the race. Well done to him so far. TY second, Footman third with Arzadar right on his tail as we come into Brooklands. So no way through. There's Bidzster's on the inside of Keith. Bidzster gets Keith, but Keith's not giving up on the inside. Bidzster's going to have to go right around the outside here if he wants to try and get through. Keith keeping the line. Neil Farmack thinking, I want a little bit of a taste of this as well, but no way through. Keith holds off Bidzster for now. But well done to Keith for that manoeuvre there as we go down towards Cops. Will Bidzster have a look here? No, he won't. He's just going to stick behind Keith here. And into Cops corner we go. The fast right-hander. Keith runs a bit wide there though. That could open the door for Bidzster as he comes down to the Maggots Beckett. Bidzster on the outside. He's going to have to let Keith go here because Keith has got the line. Keith keeps the position for now. Neil Farmack waiting to take advantage behind. So remember, Keith and Neil teammates, and Bids doing a sandwich here of the two teammates. As we go down toward down the hanger straight, down towards Stowe. We're still looking at Bidzster and Neil and Keith down here into Stowe corner. Bidzster close up to the back of Keith, Neil close up to the back of Bidzster, but still no way through yet. This is the best battle on track so far, as we've got Bidzster now defending from Neil and trying to attack Keith. So Neil has a little look, but no way through there, and can't quite get him into the exit of club. As Keith gets out the corner, gets the power down and gets on with it. Bidzster, running a bit wide there, so does Neil, but no harm done. As we go down towards the first corner at Abbey, through the kink at Abbey. And then down towards the complex, in towards the complex we go. Bidzster's going to have to watch Neil for attacking here. He's having a little look, but no way through yet. Keith still holding them at bay. Into the exit of the complex, Neil closes right up, but then can't get the traction and squirrels out of the corner. As we look a bit further back, Steve Paramore fan there with Bradders behind him, and all the others that had those incidents at the start of the race. So everyone back there. And Steve Paramore fan goes a bit wide. Bradders should be able to take advantage here, but we're just going, oh no, look at out front. Keith's made a mistake. Was it Keith or was that someone else? Oh no, that's Bidzster who's made a mistake there. So Bidzster's made some kind of mistake. Neil Farmack's there with him, and Keith's a bit further up the road, and Stevie's now joined in. So we'll get a replay on what happened there in a minute, but look at this, down towards Copse Corner. Stevie and Bidzster not giving a quarter to each other, and Stevie goes bang straight up the inside of Neil Farmack. A bit of a push to pass there, but looks like Neil might be able to get him back out the corner as we go down towards the Maggots Beckett's complex, and Bidzster gets back through as well. So Stevie a bit ambitious there, but didn't make a move. So we'll just get a replay on what happened there. As we come back from that then, Neil in front of Bidzster from Stevie then. Keith a bit further up the road, there he is, just coming under the bridge. There's Keith, and then in the background we've got Neil, Bidzster and Stevie. Let's see if Bidzster and Stevie are going to pass each other here. See if Stevie's going to make a move into Stowe. Don't think he's close enough. No, he's not yet. So not close enough to make a move yet. He is close though, as they come down towards club. Bidzster will have to defend the inside. Stevie might have a little look, but no way through yet, as Neil Farmack slides his way into the corner. And he's going to get a bit of a bad run out now because he's compromised his line. Bidzster has to stop also on the line because Neil Farmack could not go anywhere. And as they come down towards the first corner, Stevie runs a bit wide. There's Callum there in 9th place. He's battling with Blakeney for 9th and 10th, so that's a close battle as well. But we're just going to look back to the Bidzster, Neil, Stevie battle. But they're still a bit, well, they've spread out a little bit as we go into the complex. Bidzster tries to close up to Neil, but outbreaks himself a tiny bit. But no harm done as Growly Bear now. He's trying to get close as well, so it's a good battle back here in the mid-pack. There's Bradders, bang! Straight up the inside of Growly. Bang! Hits him straight in the side and then goes through, so I don't think that was on. So it looks like Bradders will definitely have to be going to the will definitely have to go and take the driving standards assessment, because if he's going to pass like that, then he's not going to be in this championship much longer. So Bradders there with a show of how not to do it, and Stacker and Steve Paramore fan at the back, and Stacker's got into 13th place. As we look at Neil, he's in 6th. Then we've got Bidzster and Stevie still battling out on track at the minute. TY's closed up to Spapper as well up front, so it looks like it's going to be a close race up front. We'll have a look at that in a bit when the gap gets a bit closer. As we go through Copse Corner, then watching Bidzster and Stevie, because Stevie is closing up to the back of Bidzster. Actually, we'll just have a look at the up front, and there's Spapper onto the straight, a bit squirmy, but he's been caught slowly by TY in the Marek, so that could be a good race to unfold later on. As we look back at Bidzster and Stevie then, that's still the other battle that's happening on track at the minute, and they're in each other's draft, but I don't think Stevie's going to be close enough to make a move into this next corner, because they're both under the same chassis, and there might be different power plants, but Bidzster's is slightly heavier and a bit more power, and obviously Stevie's is slightly lighter with a bit less power, so they are quite equal in this. As we go down to the next chicane, to the club chicane, no way through there for Stevie yet as he closes up on Bidzster, but still can't find a way through, and Bidzster still can't find a way through past Neil either. So good battles there as we look at Blakeney and Bradders. So Bradders behind Blakeney. I wonder if Bradders is going to try and pass Blakeney the same way he passed Growly Bear earlier. As we go into the exit of the chicane, I was just watching for traction there, and Blakeney has a little lift out of that corner. Bradders closes up, but no way through yet. Growly Bear's gone back down to 14th, so Growly Bear gets put back down to 14th there. As we look at Blakeney and Bradders into the complex, into the hairpin. Will Bradders have a dive down? He's diving down the inside. Very risky stuff. Can't just expect people to see him coming, but whoa. Bradders goes up the inside, a bit of contact, but gets past Blakeney anyway. But then Blakeney says, have that chuff, get back there to where you belong. I'm back in 10th place. As Bidzster and Stevie still battling out up for 7th and 8th. And then we've got a big battle on for the lead. Spapper versus TY. Spapper's brand new to the group. It's his first. This will hopefully be his first full championship. He participated last time out in Fuji for the last round of the WEC Replica Championship, and now he's in the Random Grid Replica Championship, and he's leading a race. He's keeping one of the best behind him as well. TY is not to be underestimated. TY can and will win races if he can. TY almost has a look into Stowe, but no way through there. Spapper holds the line. So Spapper doing very well here. He's a non-English guy. He's Italian, so it's this will hopefully be the if he can win this race, if he can stay in front of TY, which will be a very hard task to do. If Spapper can stay in front, it will be the first non-British and non-Belgian winner. So it'll be our third different nationality winner. So it'll be good to see that, but I'll have to see if he can stay there, because TY's closed up and so's Footman. Footman, the man with the pace. I told you Footman would be an underdog this season. Yes, he runs a bit wide there, but he is slowly catching up to these two as well. As Stevie and Bidzster, then there's a little bit more of a gap there now. Stevie must have made a mistake somewhere. So Stevie goes back from Bidzster slightly. And the best battle on track at the minute is the battle for the lead. Spapper 3000 versus TY92. They are the two men on the move, and so's Footman as well, so you could call it a 3. But they're still the closest on the track at the minute. Into the Brooklands complex, so Brooklands. And then you've got Lutfield as Spapper goes a bit deep into there, so does Footman. TY keeps a more consistent line round the inside. Glacier picks up on power a lot better than the Marek does, but the Marek, once it gets going and that turbo comes in, it'll really start pulling. So here we go. As you can see, the top end speed of that Marek as we come down to the end of the national straight into Cox Corner. Spapper takes a good line through there, so does TY, but remember, TY's got the spray in his face and a bit of the turbulent air, so it's going to be hard for TY to keep close to Spapper, but we'll see if he can. Through the Maggots Beckett's complex, and then Chapel, this little kink here. So lap 6 out of 7. So penultimate lap of the race, and next lap is the last one. So Spapper's not got long to hold on, but he's still got to try and hold on if he can. Let's have a look further back. We've got Blakeney there with Bradders, and then Stacker's closing up to the back of them as well. So Stacker's getting his teeth sunk into some people, so it should be good. Get stuck in there, Stacker. Get in there, my friend. Good to see him up there, and good to see him battling with people. Bradders and Blakeney then almost into the next corner, side by side. Bradders is going for some really weird gaps here, and it's not helping him, because look, he's lost time there. So Bradders really needs to think about where he's going to attack and when, because his planning is not very good at the minute. He needs to think a lot more about where he's overtaking, because he's got to think about if the other person's going to see him, not just about overtaking. So hopefully Bradders will learn that in time. As we look back to Spapper and TY then, last lap of the race, into the complex for the last time, as they come out of the complex onto the Wellington straight through Village, and then onto the Wellington straight. Spapper versus TY. This is going to be a close finish to this race. TY will want it, so will Spapper. As we go down to Brooklyn, Spapper takes a very darty line in to try and cover off the inside, but ends up going wide out. This could help TY, especially if he goes for a wider line. Gets the cut back, and we could see him get a good run on to the national straight, but they both do actually. As they go out there, they've ditched Footman. Footman's gone about 2 seconds back, so Footman's made a mistake somewhere. So Footman's out of this now, unless these two take each other off. So TY now looking up the inside for Cops. No, thinks twice about it, just making himself visible in Spapper's mirrors to try and put him off. And I think it's working, because he's right behind Spapper now as we go to the Maggots and Beckett's complex. Into here we go. Spapper's just got to sit on his line and try and give TY an inch, let alone a millimetre. As we go onto the hanger straight for the last time, this is TY's last chance. Spapper goes to the left-hand side very quickly to try and stop a little bit of the draft. Every single bit helps. Down towards Stowe corner for the last time. One of the last overtaking spots, and then Club will be the last one unless TY can come up with something very creative. As we go down towards the Club chicane for the last time. Spapper doesn't bother to defend. He's got a nice little gap here. TY's behind. I don't think TY's going to get past now unless Spapper bins it. As we go out of this last corner, and it's going to be Spapper 3000, the Italian, to take his first win in LPB racing. Well done to Spapper, fantastic race. TY well pressured as well in second, Footman third, Arzadar going to come home in fourth, Keith in fifth, Neil and Bidzster close on the line, but it's just Neil from Bidzster. Stevie in the background in 8th place there. Then we've got Callum round here somewhere. Where's Callum? There he is in 9th place for Callum. Then it's going to be Blakeney and Bradders. There's Blakeney. He's going to be 10th. And then we've got Bradders and Stacker towards the last corner. Will anyone go for a lunge into the last one? Bradders goes wide. No, he's gone onto the gravel. He's gone right off. Completely shortcutted the last corner, and he's stopped. And he's going to let Stacker through. But Stacker gets 11th on the line. Bradders 12th. Growley is going to be in 13th position. And Steve Paramore fan, who still needs to find a lot of pace in that car, in 14th position. So what a race that was, and the conditions obviously helped to make it a bit more entertaining as well. And we'll get those results confirmed for you now, guys. Okay guys, here's the results from that one then. So Spapper takes his maiden win in LPB racing. Well done to Spapper, the Italian. And then it is second for TY. Very close race between them two most of the race as well. Footman gets on the podium in third. Arzadar Blake gets his best finish yet in fourth. Keith fifth. Neil Farmack in 6th, Bidzster finishes 7th as we go over the page, Stevie in 8th, and then Callum in 9th, Blakeney finishes 10th, 11th for Stacker, Bradders in 12th, Growley finishes in 13th, and Steve Paramore fan rounds off the 14. So as we come back from those results then, there is your winner, Spapper 3000. He takes his first win in the white car there. We'll just rewind it so you can see the car which we're on about. There he is. Spapper 3000 takes his first win in LPB racing. And we'll see you guys for race 4 of round 1 next. Take care, guys.